The Via Dolorosa exhibit is complete at the Biblical Arts Museum, 7500 Park Lane, right across from the North Park Shopping Center. You have to come over here and see this. We stopped by just to film it, and we were so fortunate that Scott Peck, the executive director, was inside and is so gracious to come out and visit with us today. Scott, this is the way you would walk the Via Dolorosa?
David, it's such a great honor to have you and the guests to be here because this is a brand new landmark for the city of Dallas. You know, we know that bronze works because for tourism, people come to the Mustangs of Las Colinas and the Cattle Drive, and it's been our dream to have something outdoors in bronze for tourists and the people of Dallas to come to. And what better than the Via Dolorosa, the 14 Stations of the Cross, life-size in bronze.
It's beautiful. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So give the viewers some idea of what we're looking at here.
We begin and actually do the 14 Stations of the Cross, our tradition in the Western Church, Christian Church, for centuries. It predates Protestantism. It's a way to explain the gospel, but on top of that, this connects to Israel. There are 14 literal places in Israel that Christians walk to retrace the steps of Jesus, the final steps to his death, his burial, and his resurrection. And we have artwork, or these bronzes, that correspond. And it's a great audio-visual to communicate these basics. Very important to the history of the Christian church, very important to art history. This is a fantastic experience, whether you go here on a devotional basis or you want to better understand the history of art. We begin with the 14 Stations of the Cross, where we're actually walking through the artwork. And the first station is the judgment, where Christ is judged and sentenced to death, death by crucifixion.
So now, Scott, we're getting more into the heart of the exhibit.
You're right on, David. We're literally walking with Jesus, the whole passion. And we're seeing his suffering, seeing his persecution, being whipped, for not doing anything, and just for being who he was.
Well, this is the heart of the exhibit, where obviously Jesus is being tortured some more. Scott, tell the viewers a little bit more.
Again, these are all real places in Israel, and we want to encourage the viewers to go to Israel and see the artwork there, and we even sponsor trips, believe it or not, the museum, which you can get more information about. This is the time when we're actually walking with Jesus up to the crucifixion. Artist Gibb Singleton takes this approach where you look at the sculptures, no matter if it's Jesus or his torturers, the Roman soldiers, or his mother Mary, or Simon of Cyrene, or any of the other characters, we feel like we identify. It doesn't matter what racial background or socioeconomic background. You'll see the Jesus and you'll go, oh, I'm Hispanic, he looks Hispanic, or I'm Jewish, or I'm African American. Whatever background, you will feel like you can identify with the Savior, you can identify with the characters. The way this artist comes across is very special. Unlike anything you've seen before, this Via Dolorosa, this brand new landmark for the city of Dallas.
Scott, this crucifixion is just really phenomenal.
You know, we've just opened and we have people that come in and they are moved to tears. They sit on the benches and they really identify, and it's so meaningful for them. And so this is unlike any other crucifixion you'll see. Unfortunately, you do have fantastic camera work and ultimate in technology with your website, but no matter how great that is, it does not capture being here live. And the folks viewing just have to take our word for it. They need to come here. They will never be the same. And as we transition from that crucifixion, we go to the final stations.
The pieta, and we see another phenomenal sculpture that this guy did.
Yes, Gibb Singleton, the artist. The pieta means the pitied one, and that of course is Mary. Christ has just been taken off the cross and she's holding her dead son. And it's just, God, talk about emotion.
And then finally?
Finally is the dead Christ, that the sacrifice has been made. And it's almost as if we're at the culmination of the story, and we do understand that the sacrifice has been made. And as we transition from that story, we go down our walk of contemplation, or our colonnade, but our eyes are always fixed. If we look off to the distance, is the resurrected Christ, meaning the death is not the end of the story, that according to the Christian tradition and the Christian story, Jesus rose from the dead, and that will be, you know, really the end to the stations. Is kind of that extra bonus sculpture that you're going to walk all the way down and see as you finish and exit this beautiful landmark.
Always a pleasure to be with you, Scott. This is going to be the exhibit of the exhibits in the city of Dallas. It's phenomenal. You've done a masterful job. The artist has got to be commended too. Just great work.
Yes, and you'll never be the same. Please come to the museum. Please continue to come to this site, because I know, David, you're doing special things. You're going to learn about things you would not learn about from any other news site, and about tourism and restaurants and other things, businesses going on here in Dallas. And we're just thankful to have you have this special exclusive walk through the Via Dolorosa, this brand new landmark for the city of Dallas, right across from North Park Center. Easy to get to off Central Expressway, exits at Park Lane, go west a couple blocks. Admission is free of charge for the Via Dolorosa. No excuse why folks don't come. We look forward to having you here. What an honor to have your crew and have you here, David.